Sunday nights, last Sunday of the month, people. Last Sunday of March. What's going on here with business partner Kent? It's gonna be us two tonight, looks like. Tonight, what I wanted to talk about, something I thought about last week, of all the stuff we were talking about. And I don't know if you, Kent, got this letter from Amway stating that there's going to be some, trying to see if we see how everything is going on, about might be some, what am I going to say, back orders on things. Did you get that email?
Yes, I did.
You know, about shipping cause of this virus. And what made me think about this too was that, you know, the people that are in direct sales or direct response marketing, network marketing, that don't have the skill set of using social media and internet, their business has stopped. Okay, for the simple fact,
Right.
There's no more hotel meetings. There's no house meetings. Okay, there's no coffee shops because most places like that, they've been ordered to close because of the physical distancing that's been ordered. Okay, and right now, 45 has said they extended this thing up until the end of March. I mean, the end of April. You know, they was trying to open up some things till, Easter, but right now, that's not happening, and it may be longer. So when I thought about this, I said, when I got the email, I said, well, that's going to interfere with most of the people's revenue if they're dependent solely on their affiliate marketing company, supply company for their commissions. Okay, because in network marketing is how you get paid is based off of a combination of members and volume, mostly volume,
Right.
customer volume. Okay, and if all you have to offer, and I was like seeing that, like even with ours, with Neutralite, a lot of things have been, especially with immunity, with this virus thing coming up, of hats come up, there've been overabundance of orders. May be hard to replenish those. You may have back orders on certain things. That's going to cut into a lot of people's revenue. Okay. What do you have? What's your take on that?
Well, what's that old expression? The worm is turned, and that is going to be significant for folks who don't, or who refuse to, for lack of a better word, conform to the new normal. I mean, you and I have talked about this probably at nauseum for some folks, saying that, hey, this whole paradigm is going to shift, and you better be ready for it. And I believe, and I'm not trying to sound hyperbolic or anything, but I believe that we're on the forefront of that now, with this pandemic going on.
Yeah, if not a complete demographic change because of what this, pandemic has caused, it's caused a great shift in the way we are maybe doing things, if not permanently. I'm not saying that, people are going to think about, well, look what happened in 2020. You look maybe 2-3 years from now, they're going to say, look what happened in 2020. Do we want to get caught in the same situation? I had a discussion with a friend of mine yesterday, and, she had this thing about, I guess her sister talked about, her sister's supposed to get married this summer up in Oregon. Don't know what's going to happen with that because of, don't know what's going to happen with this whole situation. And she was talking about, and then her Tanya, she was talking about, she was worried something about, you know, technology, you know, the pros and cons in it. But I said, well, they may be, but think about it. You know, their sister was talking about, we're going to go into a Great Depression. I said, that may be the case if we didn't have the leveraging tools of the internet and social media. And why I say this is because what has allowed what we have today, what they didn't have in the Depression, was it didn't allow people to still be able to work from home. So if you're still be able to work from home, even from your job, you are still putting something back or getting paid or something back into the economy, which you didn't have that back in the 30s or the 20s and 30s or whatever. I can't remember when the Depression, but back in the early 1900s, you didn't have that. Once people were out of work, they were out of work. Okay?
Right.
At least with this, you can isolate yourself from that and still be productive. That's the saving grace. This is where people fail to understand the importance of these. This is really probably should be called a utility. You know, back in the early part of the 2000s or late 1990s, a lot of times the internet and stuff, and some people probably still think this way. It was kind of a luxury, you know?
Right.
It was kind of an extra, as you want to say, to have, because a lot of people didn't have this. And it's crazy to think in them terms, because right now, I think this is one of the biggest saving grace in the economy, is because it is allowing people to still be productive and to keep some kind of income going into the economy. You know, yeah, it's going to be a shift that's going to have to be made, but we've always have to be made shifts. But without this utility for everybody to keep something productive and keep something interjected into the economy, yeah, we would be really big in trouble. And people need to start looking at the internet from that standpoint, instead of always that it has to be from the what we say high touch aspect. Because right now, this has changed a lot of things, and it's probably, from my perspective, has legitimized this online business profession. People can't doubt it. What would people do if they couldn't do this? Okay, what if they just, like let's take you out of the equation because you know what we're talking about. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that are not in this profession. What if they didn't have the online thing? Or what if they didn't have, let's say if they didn't have the online thing, we would be in the same boat. We couldn't do anything with our businesses because we couldn't meet with people. Okay? The only thing we could do was phone, but phone, that's not going to sustain itself, because if you're trying to build new customers or relationships or meeting, you can't do it. And with all this technology we got now, what we're on with a Zoom conferencing calls and stuff, you still get to have that high tech and a little bit high touch, because you can see the people you're talking with. Plus, we have a platform that we can reach millions of people, thousands of people, whatever, instead of one-to-one. We don't have to count on one-to-one like you did before. Even in the situation that we are now, that allows us to leverage a lot of stuff. And I'm seeing something different gonna happen. I think there's gonna be new, what would we say, millionaires pop out, or businesses are gonna businesses are gonna amp up to a different level because of what happened or what has happened. And people, we need to realize that. And this gives an opportunity for people like me and you to give people an opportunity. And even the ones that are in network marketing, and like I said, those guys are stuck. If they're not doing what we're doing, leveraging the internet and social media, basically their business is halted. They can't do anymore. If they rely just strictly, huh?
it would be at a standstill.
Yeah, if they rely strictly on high touch without any leveraging, they're stuck. Okay, they really are stuck. And the other part of this is that even if you are working online or in network marketing, and we just hit on this also about certain items that may be back ordered, okay, which is going to interfere, edible type stuff, vitamins and stuff. Yes, we need all these
Right.
these shampoos and stuff, because I was looking on some about some of the transportation delivery packages may be cut back or overlogged because of stuff coming in. I mean, you don't know, but it's going to cut into that aspect. And my point for this whole webinar is to get people that are in this space to look at another alternative to what they're used to. Okay, most people are used to this marketing stuff. If you're in health and wellness, you're used to marketing all the, as they say, potions, lotions, and whatever. They still have to be shipped to you. That's going to interfere with what some they call their auto ship, or we call digital delivery, or all those kind of things. So with that being said, what other alternatives do most people have if they can't make any money, if that's going to cut into their revenue on other things? What do you think there should be? What we have available from our marketing system, their attraction marketing system. We have.
I think it's to a point. It's to a point where you have to decide basically, especially if you're, because I'm quote unquote lucky because my job is allowing us to work from home at this particular time, but there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. I don't know what's going to happen a month from now, 2 months from now, because for folks who worked in call centers, those volume, we were talking about volume, you have to have a certain number of calls coming in.
Right.
If for any reason those calls decrease, or it's not a sustained flow of calls that they're getting, well, guess what upper management is going to do? They're going to make it so they're going to have to trim the fat, so to speak, so they can keep a constant volume flowing, which means for those workers who may not be as productive as other workers, because let's face it, this is we're in a performance-based economy now. We're not in the merit system anymore. Those days are long gone. And if you don't perform to that particular company's level, they're going to trim the fat, and you have to be prepared for that.
But too, like when I was reiterating, the people that are in direct sales, if they're depending on just the one items from their direct sales affiliate, they may be screwed too. So the other alternative to be able to, that you won't have to depend on these packaging merchants, is digital products, digital tools, digital learning courses. Okay, that's the only thing I can think. Right, that's the only thing that I can think of that they don't have to depend on, and you can still make money from them. And I know a lot of people in the network marketing, direct sales are probably wondering about that, and I'm addressing this to all you guys to think about this. If you don't have an alternative way to make money, if that which your supplement thing business falls apart because of shipment delays and back orders to customers, they're going to find some other way to get that. So that's going to take out of your revenue. So what alternative do you have besides those items that you have to make money with? And we're here to help you, because we have a solution from our our weekly training from last Wednesday.
Take care, y'all. Wash your hands. Stay
Yeah.
safe.